Hey there, Dr. Norris Goldberg, excuse me, and I am joining you from Koru Chiropractic here in Louisville, Colorado. And today I want to talk to you real briefly about headaches and all the different types of headaches that you can get. So what we see is a lot of different headaches in my practice, being neurologically based. We see everything from tension headaches, especially right now. We're in the middle of 2020 and the COVID crisis. So, we got a lot of stress, a lot of tension in our lives. So simply put, that can even just be from emotional stress. We bind up in the shoulders and you're going to just start feeling that tension up through the neck into the head. Usually it's felt right in the temples or the base of your skull most commonly. Sometimes people even describe it to me like it feels like their scalp is being pulled back or their hair is being pulled back. And fortunately, that's something that we could really help out with adjustments. So that's one type of headache. Another type of headache that we often see is what's called a cervicogenic headache. This is a medical term that you probably are not quite used to. It's not the same as like just saying, hey, I've got a tension headache today. But what it is a diagnosis you may have seen come from, say, your medical doctor or even a chiropractor who has determined that the headaches are actually being triggered by an irritation in your neck. So it could be caused by things like arthritis, which is then actually ultimately caused by misalignments. Okay, so really that's where I'm getting to. If you have a misalignment in your spine, if you have twisting, so I've got my little model here, if you get some shifting or twisting in the spine, these little joints along the side here, they're very sensitive. There's a lot of nerve endings in there because they're constantly really measuring where your spine and your body are in space. So when you get a misalignment, they get angry, they start sending pain signals, and a lot of times you're going to start irritating some of the nerve that travel up into the scalp, and so you'll get head pain, right? So there's a lot of different types of head pain. It can really feel scary. I mean, sometimes, especially when people start getting chronic headaches, right? They're like, oh my gosh, do I have cancer, right? Do I have something really bad, a brain tumor, something crazy? And the reality is the vast majority of people, that's of course not true, right? And now it's normal. I don't like to even use the word normal. It's common to get headaches. Most people at some point in their life are going to have a headache, right? It would almost be extraordinary if they didn't. But what's not normal and what's uncommon or not ideal is getting regular headaches. And most times people coming into the practice have at least 1 to 2 a week. Some are even experiencing one every day. It's pretty much imperative, or that it's going to happen at some point in the day. They're going to get a headache. Now, another type of headache that we deal with that's caused by another type of problem is migraines. So migraines are essentially a brain cramp, okay? There's a couple of different types of migraines, so I'm gonna keep it simple for today. I'm just gonna generalize. But for generalized migraines, and we help with a variety of different types of migraines, people who get ocular migraines with no pain, no headaches, people who get extreme pain and nauseousness and auras, and then I have people who just get really extreme migraine stabbing pains in their head, but no auras, right? So there's a couple different variations right there. Common, classic, ocular, those are some of the well-known ones. So when you get a misalignment here, you'll notice these elastics right here that are holding the spine together. That's actually where your vertebral artery goes. And that's a blood vessel that travels up through your spine into your brain. And it actually supplies your brain stem and your cerebellum. And so what happens is when you get a twist in the spine, a little shift here, what it'll do is just kind of crimp down on that artery just a little bit, not completely. You're not going to have a stroke or anything like that, but you get just a little crimp on that blood vessel and you get a little lack of blood flow to the brain. And the brain's very, very sensitive. The brain is extremely sensitive to any change in oxygen, chemicals, anything like that. So what does it do? Start sending out warning signs, pain signals, right? So pretty much telling you, shut it down, something bad is happening. And unfortunately, migraines are probably one of the toughest headaches to deal with and really interfere with people's lives and the quality of their lives. So that's something that we love helping people out with. And ultimately, that's what we try to figure out. Where is the pain really coming from in your head? Obviously, if it's a cancer, if it's a tumor, something like that, I can't help you. And we need to find you help and refer you out as soon as possible. But the reality is most people who come into the office have something I can help them with very simply and very easily with very gentle and very specific adjustments. So that's what we do here at Koru. We don't do any twisting, cracking, or popping adjustments. You can kind of see some of my posters in the back here. My focus, my specialty is neurologically based care, corrective care. So we're really looking at correcting curves of the spine. And one of my specializations is upper cervical. So that's really where I find I get the most results and the best long-term solutions for chronic migraine and headache sufferers. So if that's you, I'd love to help you out. Or if you just even have more questions for me, just leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. We'll be putting out more videos in the future here. And or drop us a line, info@koruchiropractic.com. Hope you guys are having a great day. See you soon.